So today the sun gazing took place in the evening, and actually that was quite a good idea because this morning was completely overcast and now the sun is out. The only unfortunate thing is that the anti-wrinkle cream I'm using on my eyes, under my eyes in the mornings, was still there today evening, so it's a pretty good one, but the problem with that is that it just ran into my eyes while I was sun gazing, so I have to figure out something about that. And yeah, today of course you'll get something to know about another sun god, and since we've got quite some time and it's evening, I want to tell you something about the most decisive sun cult on this planet, and that's the Egyptian one. But I think they had such a vast influence that it's actually good that I'm talking about them today, because they need to be admitted a special place. Yeah, they were also influenced by one of the other immensely important cultures, of which you can still find traces in Europe, and that's India. Like for example, Lusitania, which I was talking about yesterday, has been influenced by it, but more about that tomorrow, about India. So Ra was associated with the midday sun in ancient Egypt, and his name derives probably from the meaning creative power or creator. And later he was then merged with other gods, like for example Horus. And you might remember that I've been talking about the Slavic god Horus. Yeah, I think there's quite some similarity in that. In the beginning, however, it was just one of many gods and he was not that important, but then he became the god which was worshipped the most, like the main god, and Egypt became a monotheistic culture. This happened, by the way, in many cultures, like for example the Roman one or the Indian one during the Suryavanshi dynasty, or even in French absolutism you might remember Louis XIV. Well, Ra was said to have created all forms of life, and humans were made from Ra's tears. So it's pretty human that I started crying while sun gazing in the evening today. And we were even made from his sweat, it says. Hence the Egyptians called themselves the kettle of Ra. And it's, well, I wouldn't call myself the kettle of the sun, but maybe the child of the sun. And Ra, talking about children, had several children who were referring to other elements. The goddess of rain or the goddess of wind, for example. And in the Egyptian mythology, the sun is male, Ra, and the earth, Geb, is can be considered as his grandson. So yeah, that's about the genealogy of the Egyptian gods. It's a lot more complicated than I just described, but that's just a short glimpse. And the sun was imagined to be a disc on the sky and was seen as his eye, as actually the sun god's eye. And I agree, the more you look into the sun, the more you feel like it's just a fragment of a face, and maybe just the eye of something bigger, quite comprehensible, that they back then imagined that. So well, that was it for today, evening sun gazing, day 24 and 3 minutes. I feel fabulous, dreams are getting better, and sleep is getting better, and sun gazing is super easy if there is no wrinkle cream running down into your eyes. Yeah, so that's it, and I will talk to you tomorrow, either in the morning or evening. Bye!